We have with us Barrister Wahab Olatoye, a former majority leader of the Osun State House of Assembly and a member of the PDP. And we also have Mr. Sunusi Musa, a member of the APC. You're very welcome to the program, gentlemen.
Well, good morning. Good morning. Thank you. Good morning.
So we know that there's been a lot of reaction that has trailed the declaration of the president at the last NEC meeting that he will indeed contest for re-election within his party. So I want to ask you, Mr. Musa, you're a member of the APC. What are your initial thoughts?
Let me say I was happy, and I'm still happy because the president has, at the end of the day, earlier than expected, decided for the love of the country to declare, so that the tension that is being generated, the apprehension, particularly those of us who want him to re-contest again, because of those who fear him saying that he should not contest. We never can tell whether he may decide not to recontest, but we feel that the work started, the foundation be laid for a greater Nigeria, particularly for those of us who are younger Nigerians and younger members of the party. That foundation that has been laid, he needs to put the DPC on it and also put the building so that those of us who come after 2023 will find a very good house that all of us can be able to maintain. So we really thank the president, and I think every right-thinking Nigerian ought to thank the president, because it is a sacrifice he is making. He made the same sacrifice in 2015 when we forced him to contest the election because he realized that he was made to realize that in 1985, when he came and he wanted to, he was overthrown by the reactionary forces who were not happy with what he started that time to make the country better. From that time to 2015, that is 30 years, they have done so much damage to the country, and we really need him to come and salvage the nation. And he started that, and we are very much happy. And we have a duty, now that he has declared, we are going out with all force to ensure that his return. We know our work will be much easier because of the acceptability of the Nigerians of the president, even in the areas he thought he was unpopular.
Mr. Musa, you know, a lot of Nigerians would have strong reservations about the notion that they should thank the president for announcing this bid, because they'll look at it and say, well, you know, there's a lot of hardship in the land. There's a lot of divisiveness in the land. There's insecurity in the land. What are your thoughts about those who say that, look, you know, this idea that the president coming out is kind of a gift to Nigerians is something that is a kind of a measure of propaganda?
No, it is not. You see, unfortunately, and this is really where those of us who are younger members of this country, Nigerians, and also members of the APC, will find it difficult to forgive those who overthrew President Buhari in 1985 to this time. It's unfortunate that since when he left power, he came because there was, we were young then, but we read how the country was. He came in order to salvage the country, but they were not happy with what he started. They threw him away. And the bad governance continued from that time. So for over 30 years, that is from that time to 2015, a country has totally been brought down by misgovernance. I mean, you really don't expect wonders, magic for that decadence of 30 years to be done away with, to be addressed in 3 years. It's not possible. And it is part of indictment on those who led this country from 1985 to 2015, that they have failed to groom set of leaders that as of 2018, among all the gladiators, those who may contest the election, we cannot find a better person, because we cannot find somebody as credible as President Muhammad Buhari, who is 74 years old. I think the indictment is on those who had led this country those times.
Barrister Olatoye, I want to bring you in here because he has quite a bit to say, and I know you have your thoughts. What are those thoughts?
First and foremost, I think I would like to make some statement on from the historical perspective he laid. Remember, Buhari came to power in 1983 when a thorough established civilian president was overthrown by him. Had it been for his intervention then, we would have been having a civilian democracy and developed to a maximum level now. So from the assertion made by my friend here, he agreed with me that part of political problem we had in Nigeria was caused by his intervention in 1983. And after spending 1 year, the feelings of Nigerians then in 1983, between 1983 and 1985, it was the same situation we have now. Highly pauperized, people dying of hunger, no job, high insecurity. That was what was made responsible for those who did the internal coup that brought Babangida. Whether you like it or not, the worst civilian regime is better than the military regime. So he's also accountable, he's vicariously liable for putting Nigerian politics to this, as claimed by Sanusi. But now, no, that is it. He went memory lane, and we should be able to don't let us forget the history. Without history, you can't know the present.
No, it's important to recall history. What I was actually going to say, however, is that you're a member of the PDP. And, naturally, some members of the president's, loyalist group would probably argue that it's not really the decadence of the 80s that we're seeing now as much as it is the misrule of PDP being, manifest today. What are your thoughts about that?
My thought is that I don't believe in blaming game theory that the APC is using. Before the advent of APC, we had PDP. Before the advent of PDP, we had military governors. Nigerians were blaming the military for misrule, for mismanagement of resources. Different strata, starting from IBB, Absalam, or what have you. Absalam handed over power to PDP. Obasanjo never blamed anybody. He concentrated on his job from 1999 to 2007. Go and look into the history. If you are coming as a president, people are saying, come and be our president. They must have seen something in you that probably will come to resolve the problem on ground. Without problem, we don't need you. The APC offered to give solutions to some of the problems we had during the PDP era. But the solution they provide could not even solve the problem they are creating now. Nigerians are not as poor as this when PDP was in government. You want to tell me since 1999 to 2015, there are no benefit of dividend of democracy in Nigeria? The level we had from 1999 to 2015, the one we had from 2015 to is worse. Now, whether you like it or not, you don't let us talk as a party people. Let us talk as a Nigerian, as a concerned Nigerian. Are we better off from 1990, 2015 to date? No!